Drilling for ice. Their goal is to gather samples from the nearly 2-mile thick West Antarctic ice sheet.
Let's stop the movie here. Anyway, it is with the department. You can see that the leisure return. Now let me go back to the topic. So I would like to thank 3 people for this current expedition. By the way, why do you think Antarctica is a good place to study climate change? Any reason? Okay.
Fossils of latter period have been preserved under ice and studied thoroughly.
Okay, that was not the answer which I was looking for.
It's a virgin land.
Huh?
Virgin land.
Virgin land is fine, sir. But so what?
So you can study.
Okay.
They showed layers upon layers. The
Yeah.
first year, second year. So if we get evidence that it shows.
No, not that, not that.
But it is untouchable human.
Huh?
It is untouchable human.
Yeah, come. That was the answer I was looking for. We consider humans as the major polluters, or maybe for climate change or what. Come. Yeah, I should give a cover to you. Let's give a cover for Ananda Krishna now. Okay, Pishardi also. Because all other answers are fine. Basically, it's the human. If you look at actually, maybe Dr. Kumar also will agree with me that it's the humans that are responsible for the major climate or whatever. Whether it's actually in the form of transport or you name it, each and everything. So we won't go into those details. So I would like to thank Dr. H. Parulekar for actually, let us say, he was an expedition chief, and we have all the 3 are actually marine biologists, by the way. He was an expedition chief. Dr. Vinod Darwalkar, again from Goa, another marine biologist, Dr. Kapani. A lot of stuff I have taken from them. Now, okay, this is the second. Yeah. Whenever we think of Antarctica, as shown correctly in the movie, all the adjectives which have been used, let's say, can call it beautiful, barren, cold, accelerated, freezing, all the adjectives, either in the Webster's dictionary or Oxford dictionary, are applicable to Antarctica, or maybe much more. There are so many things which are happening over there. You mean isolated, peaceful, remote, scary, spectacular, strange, stunning, and maybe much more. I won't go into those details. By the way, can anyone of you think, as I was mentioning, there are several Indian research stations in Antarctica. Okay, before that I'll ask you, who led the first Indian scientific expedition to Antarctica and in which year? I want the name of the person who led the expedition and the year. Only for students, sir. And those who got the prizes, please keep quiet. Let others get a chocolate or a coke or a cover. Anybody want? Only 5 seconds, don't take the entire thing. Or don't try to Google also. Because nowadays Google is much more available, faster. So that's why I'm giving only 5 seconds. Rapid fire. Either you know or you don't know. Anybody wants to try or nobody is interested? And I can give a clue. He was an earlier diet of NIO. You can easily calculate. I said that meant in 86, 87. That was the 6th expedition. So you can back calculate and say which year it was gone. So many things you can do. Nobody wants to try still. Anyway, I'm not going to give the answers. You can Google it, find it later, or you can go to a library or whatever. So, not Gangotri, okay. Come. She gets it. Come. Alright. Gangotri is in the north. Okay. Dakshin Gangotri is in the south. It's actually the Dakshin Gangotri station. Maybe I'll give something different, not the rocker. Except rock, I'll give you everything. Nice. It's a nice Adelaide penguin. So, Dakshin Gangotri is the first Indian research station in Antarctica, and this is exactly that. You can see. And is, as Ramesh mentioned, is the highest altitude continent anywhere in the world, and it's fully submerged. Actually, it was on an ice shelf. The whole station was actually an ice shelf, so it went down. And there are so many things. I won't go into those details. Here I'm not going to give you a chocolate or this one. There are only 4 answers. But you can still try and tell me what time does it get dark on a Christmas day or Antarctica? Anybody wants to try? Only students, sir. And those who got the prizes, please keep quiet. Raise their hand. Please raise their hand. Okay. You want to try? Yeah, why it is not very dark? Come. Be careful about the step here. I'll give a very important card. It's actually very close to my this one, philately point of view. We got Goa got a liberation and 1961. Okay. Give her a big round of applause. So what she said is true. Actually, it does not get dark. So you can have actually summer Christmas, unlike a winter Christmas actually on the northern hemisphere. This is also very clearly shown in the documentary. That's what I want to ask you. How much Earth's freshwater is over there? About 68 to 70%. No issue. I am not going to give you anything. Who was the first explorer to reach South Pole? Was it from Norway, UK, USA, or India? Anybody wants to try? Okay, you. Huh? Norway. Can you name the person? Yeah, come. I'll give a nice book to you. It's actually one of the biographies of Indian scientists. And before forgetting, I want to say the India Meteorological Department has played a major role actually in the Antarctica program for ages. Starting with Dr. C.R. Sridharan, and IITM also was actually instrumental. So there are several people who have actually gone. Same is the case with Geological Survey of India. So Geological Survey of India, India Meteorological Department in earlier era, it's actually prior to maybe the first 10 expeditions, and then you used to go. Now the National Center for Polar and Ocean Research people also. So please remember, IMD goes regularly over there. GSI, Geological Survey of India people go there. IITM people go there, and there are several institutions. NAM was going previously, but nowadays NCPO, National Center for Polar and Ocean Research. Antarctica is a good place to study what in the world. Anybody wants to try? No, anybody wants to answer, just raise their hand and then answer. Okay. You didn't get anything, no? कुछ नहीं मिला ना ऐसे. Not fossils, my dear. Anybody else? Okay. Huh? Not shells. Because it was shown in the video. Now there are only 2 more. Anyway, you don't have to struggle to answer that. Basically, Antarctica is a good place to study meteorites. Okay. In fact, after my 6th expedition, I was invited by Professor Jain Narlikar. He was actually, I would say, one of the greatest astronomers of India, and he invited me to come to give a talk at Tata Institute of Fundamental Research in Mumbai. So there I came because we have 4 long months of winter, almost pitch dark or whatever. You can get all the stars, etc. So meteorite is a very important thing which people can look at. Anybody wants to try? Don't take all the time in the world. Fast. And those who got the prizes, please keep quiet. You already gave an answer now. No? You got a prize also? Anyway, okay, take it. Huh?
Option D. Option D.
Option D. Option D is correct, but why?
Because Antarctica is not any no plants or biotic things are found, very less algae are found. So all white, it is a white desert.
Come back. It's the ice and more ice. 90% of this one. I will give you a nice chocolate to you. Correct. Give him a big round of applause. As you said, it's actually a white desert or ice desert you can find. There is hardly any plant of this one. During winter, the sea surrounding Antarctica becomes how much more percentage bigger? Fast, don't think the whole time. Actually, it becomes 100% bigger. That is why we only go during the southern hemispheric summer. When we have winter, when they have summer, we go only during that period. So it becomes almost 100%. This is of direct relevance to order. How much is the sea level rise? You didn't get anything now. You got? If you got, please keep quiet. You got some price? No. Okay, tell me. That's okay. I'm quite happy with that, but I'm not going to use this one. If you tell me what is sea level or sea level rise, if you can tell me a few sentences, I'll give you a chocolate or a prize to you.
Sea level rise means there is also it is starting but like IMS. If the sea level rises above this IMS.
No, what causes sea level rise? I'll ask you in a very simple fashion. क्या cause सकता है sea level rise करने के लिए?
Ice cream.
Okay, one is only that. Anything else you can think of? Yeah. Come. Anyway. Okay, chocolate. Give him a big round of applause. This was also very clearly shown in the movie. In fact, I just want to tell you, there is a process by which all the continents separated out. So there is a theory, and I want to name of the theory, and I want to name who made this theory. I can give you, okay, that girl over there. Yeah. Huh? Huh? And name of the person. Come. I'll give you a nice female scientist of actually IMD, Annamani, Miss Annamani, great scientist. Yeah, that's actually because I wanted to give her a clue. She didn't need a clue. He was incidentally Alfred Wegener was a meteorologist by profession, and everybody laughed at his theory of hypothesis. Right? Mind you, it didn't happen overnight. It happened in geological timescales. Anyway, we won't go into those details. So this is actually like a polar desert, as shown in the movie. We have partly over there. You can see only in the periphery we have the snowfall. In the area, there is hardly anything. It's like as good as a desert. This is also very clearly shown. 70% of the world's and 90% of the world's ice is also over there. And can anyone of you name a few lakes in Antarctica? Don't tell me that. I want to know the names of a few lakes in Antarctica. Any idea? Anybody wants to give it a try? Because when we went to Antarctica, people do meteorological study. People do different types of study. Like say, I studied the surface sea budget of a polynya. I also studied how did the air sea fluxes vary from a tropical region into the polar regions, going from all the way from tropical region from Goa up to Antarctica. How did the air sea fluxes change? That is another thing. People also do remote sensing, polar remote sensing they do. People also study, we call it limnological studies or lake studies, which is actually done. In fact, two of our scientists actually dived actually into Antarctica. Okay, and we studied actually the lake named after our late Prime Minister Srimati Indira Gandhi called Lake Priyadarshini. The lake is called Priyadarshini. So this is the lake named after this late Prime Minister. And can you identify me in this picture? This picture was taken 35 years back. There are only 4 people. Now a climate change has taken place over me. 35 years back I had some hair. I'm not saying that I had so much hair. Maybe Ramesh Kumar can vouch for me. He said that 3 decades. So 3 decades back I had some hair. I hope you agree with me. So you can you identify me? This is the lake. Actually, these are the 2 people. This is Dr. Bhavani Phule and Dr. Joking Boyce. These are the 2 people who died first time in Lake Priyadarshini. They collected sediment samples and they did a lot of study. These are the 2 people. This is Dr. Pai Fondekar. This is me. You have to agree that it's me. So that guy has got.
You have to believe.
Yeah, you have to believe. I agree with you. You have to believe. So that is me. Taken about 33 years back, and they dived actually out of that lake. Not only that, as I said, Antarctica is a desert, and it takes maybe so many thousands of years actually. It took almost 12,000 years for a shell like glass shell to form, but it started disintegrating in 35 days. It started disintegrating. Nowadays they have actually got a doomsday glacier. But there are so many things. Maybe Ramesh Kumar may be able to tell. So many things are happening at a very very rapid pace, which is actually very very disturbing or whatever. Anyway, I should not go into those details. And there are so many animals out in Antarctica. By the way, what type of food do you eat in Antarctica? Do you have some misal pav or idli sambar or masala dosa? What type of food do you have in Antarctica? Just curiosity. Anybody wants to try? Or nobody thinks that you can eat anything? Who wants to answer? Please raise your hand. Okay. Huh? सिर्फ ड्राई फ्रूट से ही चलेगा. Mind you, you have to have. I went for a 4-month summer expedition. Just imagine people who go for winter expedition. I'm a vegetarian. What will I do? Actually, you can eat anything. We have a laboratory called CFTRI. If you can give me the full form of CFTRI, I will give a chocolate or this one. We have a sister laboratory. We have actually. Okay, what is CFTRI? Tell me. Okay, come. Actually, this CFTI makes excellent food, not for us. You can come. They make actually for the soldiers who are fighting in Siachen Glacier. Similarly, we have another organization called Defense Food Research Laboratory. So CFTRI makes, it's our sister organization, and the Defense Food Research, both of them make food, not for us, the soldiers, but we thought it's an opportunity. Just like your 2-minute noodles. We have actually upma, chapatis, just heat and eat. You can have upma, and we had some fantastic Navy cooks also with us. Our expedition was one of the largest contingent. We have 25 scientists, 25 from Army, 25 from Navy, 25 from Air Force. Okay. So I'll give a chocolate to you. Okay. Because I have so many chocolates, I don't want to carry it back to Nova. So the basic thing in this is actually what we call krill. This is highly rich in protein. Okay. For a vegetarian, if you have a tur dal or whatever similar way, this is highly rich in protein. And this base, etc., is tons of krill. And in a climate change scenario, in fact, the good old days, 2 groups of people went actually to Antarctica, not group. Basically, people from Norway and UK. Mind you, there are about 50-60 degrees north. They went all the way to the Southern Ocean, basically for food. Whaling, they basically went for whaling, not for any research, etc. So basically for whaling, Japanese people still do that. There is for research purposes, etc. But all rubbish only. But still, so basically this is the food chain, krill. So this is actually very very important. Like our protein, etc. We say, just like for a vegetarian, our dal, etc. Everything, penguin seed, this everything is eaten by this krill, just highly rich in protein. And this is actually some of the pictures which I had taken about 35 years back. Mind you, I didn't have a camera like you. If I had a camera like you, I would have taken a selfie with a penguin. 35 years back, we had to take a camera We have to load a film into that, photographic film. This present generation may not understand that. Maybe Ramesh Kumar may understand, Somana Mohammed may understand, Pardeshi sir may understand, or sir will understand. You have to take a photographic film, load it in a camera, take it there, click a film, the camera is shaken, the film is not properly loaded. I will know all these things after I come back to Goa. Again, I cannot go back to Antarctica to take a picture. Okay, so I should say I was fortunate that it was properly loaded and the camera didn't shake. I could some. So this is one of the pictures which I shot, and I used to say it is actually a New Year greeting for this one. It's actually Adelaide penguin. There are different species of penguin and also different species of birds also. You know, the albatross is the largest winged bird anywhere in the world. Okay, we won't go into those details. There are different types of fishes also over Antarctica. We won't go into that. Different types of seals also over Antarctica. And this was actually a picture which was clicked by me. You can see the spouting. During a World Ocean Day, that's the 8th of June, I put this picture and I got a runner's up prize. Not bad. To get a runner's up prize for the World Ocean Day. You can see it very nicely. This was the whale. You can see the spouting. My view was captured. I had a Minolta camera. I'm not saying I am a great photographer, etc. I could capture. Maybe it's actually, I was lucky enough to get that. And also different species of squaws and birds, etc. This is the krill which I was mentioning to you. So we could get actually some krill and we did some research on that, especially on marine biology. I won't go to this stage. Also, you can see there are several this one rookeries. See, for example, now thanks to the rise in temperature, the nesting ground of penguins is what we call rookeries. They have substantially decreased. The penguins have substantially decreased, and different, especially the Adelaide colonies have actually decreased substantially. And you can see here, we have a huge ozone hole over Antarctica. Why don't we have actually an ozone hole over Pune or Goa or India? Why should we have an ozone hole over Antarctica? Can anyone of you think? Only students, sir, and those who didn't get prizes. Fast. Or I will put that question in another simple fashion. What causes the ozone depletion? Anybody wants to try? Nobody wants to try? Okay. Huh? Ozone depletion? You want to try? You got some prize already? Okay, yeah. Okay, come. Basically, it's a CFC. Maybe I'll give a nice card to you. It's actually Goa Liberation. Goa Liberation card. Come, hold it. It's for you. Now, he mentioned about where do we use the CFCs? No, not you. I'm asking another question. Where do you use CFCs and why we should have actually an ozone hole over Antarctica? Where do you see maximum ozone in the different layers of the atmosphere? Any idea? Or where do we use the CFCs? You want to answer? You got some prize now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, if you got a prize, please keep quiet. No, sir. You are a faculty. I will give you a chance to faculty later. Abhinay.
We use both CFC in refrigerators as students.
Okay.
How to find ozone.
Yeah, okay, fine. But then, do we need a refrigerator or a coolant actually in Antarctica? That's the question which I wanted to ask you. Why should we have ozone hole over Antarctica? Why not over? Because we need actually air coolants over maybe Pune or Goa when we have a hot temperature. We need a refrigerator over it. We don't need neither refrigerator. Whatever the food the first expedition leader has taken, is still the temperatures can go as low as -100 degrees Celsius in Antarctica. -100. That was also shown in the movie. So why should we have an ozone hole over Antarctica? Why not over Pune? Why not over Delhi? Why not over Mumbai? Think. If you give me a correct answer.
So the ozone layer is
Anyway, I can give you a chocolate now for your answer. I want no, come. No. If you give me that answer, I'll give you a still better price. I want to give you a better price. Why should we have an ozone hole over Antarctica? I want to give a better price of cover, not rock. Rock is. Think why should let him answer. He has answered partially.
So the chlorine present in CFC reacts to the ozone molecule, but the gases travel all the way not into the equator, but they come to the pole.
Okay, anyway, come. He has partially answered. So I will give actually a nice cover. Miss Annamani was actually instrumental actually studying ozone long back. She has done on radiation, she has done on AWS. So very appropriate cover I am giving, okay, Miss Annamani. So just wanted to show you the ozone hole. And every year we celebrate, like you celebrate your friendship day, this day, one particular day is celebrated as ozone day. Anybody wants to try? Okay. You got a prize now already? Okay, tell me. Huh? Come. Careful about the wire. Give him a big round of applause. But nowadays, what we use is actually we use CFC free fridges. Okay? And things we are actually using so that they are also depletion. You can see slowly that depletion of ozone. If you have CFC free fridges, etc., maybe by 2050 or whatever. And mind you, this is again taken actually from a satellite data called TOPS, total ozone monitor. Anyway, don't go into those details. These are some of the beaches in Antarctica, not over Goa or maybe other places. So just see the things over there. You can see some of the huts over there. It's actually a place where they are trying to make actually some flights or whatever. This is the first research station you can see. This was actually a two-story building. It almost completely submerged in the ice shelf you can see. And now you don't have any Dakshin Motri station, even though it was the first station. Now you have two other research stations. Can you name the other two research stations? And yeah. Say it. Huh? Come. Since you gave two answers, I'll give you two penguins photographed you. Thank you. We have also a research station for Arctic. Can you name the? Yeah, come. Come. Very fast. That is, it should be like that. Rapid fire question. Again, I'll give a Professor P.R. Pisharitis special cover. So these are some of the research things which we used to do. We used to do phytoplankton. This was Dr. Parulekar. We did actually over there, and this is Dr. Bhavani Phule. They collect and get lots of things. Anyway, we won't go into those details. And one of the major things which happens, especially from the climate change point of view, is actually what we call a thing called ocean conveyor belt. In the north, I said we have actually Arctic Ocean, we have Antarctica. How many of you heard about a term called salinity? Can you tell me what is salinity? Very fast. You got a prize already, no? Those जिसको मिला चुप रहो. जिसको नहीं मिला, they can try. Only students, sir, no faculty. Faculty को एक chance फिर मिलेंगे. We have enough prizes, don't worry. Enough prizes, books. You are a student only, no? Tell me. Okay, come. Correct, no problem. Let somebody take his photo. So let me give him a chocolate only. One minute. The reason why I was telling is actually, if more and more of sea ice starts melting in the Arctic Ocean, the salinity will change. That can have tremendous repercussions, especially from current point of view, density of water and such things. And there are so many things. We won't go into those details. Just wanted to stress that. And this ocean conveyor belt plays a very important role. Please watch this picture very carefully. One part of Antarctica is actually showing a cooling trend. Other part of Antarctica is actually warming trend. In the movie or the documentary, it was very clearly shown a couple of answers. If you give me 6 correct answers, I'll give you penguin feathers. I have not brought it here, but I'll give you. If you give me 4 correct answers, I will give you Antarctica rocks, which I have brought here. 1 or 2 correct answers. Those who got this one, I can give a chocolate or whatever. So one part of Antarctica is actually cooling. Another part of Antarctica is actually showing a warming trend. There are 6 correct answers. It is a very difficult question, I agree. It is not that I am going to give you penny feathers for nothing, or maybe Antarctica rock. If you try to answer, give me 6 correct answers. Maybe I will give time up to 30th April. You can just email me. You can just write down my email, rameshkumar.mr@gmail.com. And maybe Sikandar can always email rameshkumar.mr@gmail.com before 30th of April. If you give me a correct answer, I will speed post you because I have a good connection with the post office. I'll speed post it to you. If you give me 6 correct answers, 1 or 2 I can give a book or maybe a card or a cover. Chocolate anyway, I won't send you a post. But if you, anybody wants to try? 1 or 2 this one, sorry. You want to give all the 6 correct answers?
Sir, can you give me your email ID?
Ramesh Kumar, all small letters. RAMESHKUMAR. Ramesh Kumar.mr@gmail.com. Yeah, she wanted to answer now. Try. Huh?
I have already answered that.
No, does not matter. You can try now. I will at the most you got a chocolate, I'll give you a chocolate. If you didn't get, tell me.
So basically, the best side of Antarctica is towards the bottom. It's like it's closer to the ocean, like tilted towards the bottom, and the east side of Antarctica is a little upwards. So the impact.
Yeah, actually that was true. Come. What is no chocolate, no? Huh? So I'll give a chocolate to you now. There are several answers. Anyway, I have given you time up to 30th of April. Okay, so I'll give you a book or whatever. Please, whenever you write your mobile number and your address also. Okay, during the email, please write your mobile number and address so that I can send you the books if you are correct, or penguin feathers or Antarctica or in time. If you give 6 correct answers only, you will get the penguin feathers. So don't tell me that everybody should 4 answers to get a penguin feather. So anyway, I won't go into those details. Now let us go to the next slide. I think it was coming. How we have heard a term in English, tip of an iceberg. That's the English saying for tip of. You got already something now? Okay, then answer. What do you mean by tip of an iceberg?
Is the top part of the piece of ice.
Yeah.
But the fascinating part about it is that there is more than 70%.
How much more? How much percentage more or how much this one? Approximately, I don't want you to give me the correct answer.
70-80%.
Come. Most of the time we say regarding scams, etc. And if you remember, watch the movie Titanic during its first maiden voyage from Southampton to New York. A nice word card to you. Give her a big round of applause. So you can see this actually, you can see just 1/10 is above. Just imagine 9/10 is huge structure. Naturally, no doubt that any of the ships which actually hit or whatever, Anyway, this I didn't want to go into that. These are the various greenhouse gases we wanted to stress again. Carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, CFCs, you mentioned SCs. One thing you should important is actually see the residence time of this greenhouse gas in the atmosphere. This is how the European people and American people, they say I need to call it historic emissions and then leave it. So this is a very dangerous thing. You can see. You see this column. They say for 120 years, 100 years, 50,000 years and 3,200 years. Imagine a gas staying in the atmosphere. Your children, your grandchildren, so many grandchildren also getting affected. And not only that, they have a huge global warming potential. So see this column, their atmospheric lifetime is actually huge and they have actually huge global warming potential. So remember, these are actually very dangerous things. Anyway, we won't go into those details. Anyway, The reason I think all of you are actually knowing, this is what I wanted to say again and again. And if there were no greenhouse effects also, they're actually dangerous. Our Earth won't be like that. So basically, we wanted to say that the emissions today, especially the greenhouse gases, will have hundreds of years and will force upon our future generation that will take centuries to correct. This is actually a recent this one, which is actually put by Phule, which was actually done by Matthew Johns. He wanted to show how the temperatures have been rising. I won't go into those details. This is the future projection. There are a lot of people who work on modeling. In fact, Dr. Ramesh Kumar was actually instrumental in actually starting programming as well as climate. He was mentioning about the climate change. They started way back in 1985, and also modeling effort also. So this is actually a modeling effort actually done. It shows how will be the temperatures of the ocean as well as land in 2099 or 2100. You can see the Arctic Ocean will form about 68 degrees, even the Antarctica region. Even the whole of the Indian Ocean also will be formed about if there is actually a doubling of greenhouse gases. It's actually they have several runs which are coming to that anyway. We won't go into those details. And couple of our people from NIO, Dr. S.W. Naqvi, he also did an experiment. I don't know how many have heard about actually cloud seeding. Similar to cloud seeding, we wanted to seed an ocean. In fact, ocean is a major sink for carbon dioxide. Okay, not your trees, etc. Sorry. Dr. S.W. Naqvi wanted to seed ocean by putting iron pellets. So he had actually an experiment about what we call Loha effects. Loha effects is Loha means iron. It's actually putting iron pellets on the ocean. Sorry. Go back. This was the area chosen by him to do an experiment. But there were a lot of, let us say, problems. Just like you do your cloud seeding. The clouds don't remain stationary. So if a government of Maharashtra or government of Karnataka invest, the cloud and go will either to Goa or maybe go to Andhra or maybe to Tamil Nadu. They will be benefited by them. Same way over the ocean, even if it is actually done over there, it may affect. So there are several things. Again, we won't go into those details. Just wanted to show you. This is called the Loha effects experiment, and they wanted to show whether more and more of carbon dioxide can be brought into this area, and we have more and more of primary productivity, secondary. Won't go into those details. Actually, Modi's picture on that. Another interesting thing, again, it was done actually by several people, including our own colleagues at an airport. Dr. Unni Krishnan was also looking at actually the sea level. They looked at actually this, and he was actually, I would say, a co-Nobel laureate along with IPCC and this one, long back, the sea level rise, etc. Regarding remote sensing, this actually is something which we did long back, because just like Professor Krishanti, we did this actually a little bit away from actually this one, but the Antarctic sea ice also plays a very, very important role on monsoons. These people from actually IITM, they have done a lot of studies in CPOP. Amida Prabhu, she did a study on actually the sea ice extent and how it affects also. So just wanted to share with you, that's what we call Hamburg atmospheric ocean parameters and persistent satellite data. Maybe we'll discuss more in the detail in the afternoon about this data set. So again and again we will say this is a very, very important area, Antarctica, because one is the ice cover and so many things. And the Scientific Committee on Antarctic Research, including ICSU, has actually charted out several things. But three important areas they do is actually one is on geosciences, where GSI and several people are actually involved. Then there is actually life sciences and physical sciences, where meteorology and maybe several things people are looking at. So these are the three important areas: geosciences, life sciences, and physical sciences, where there are several programs. We won't go into those details much more. Some other areas under this is what we call past Antarctic, this one, Antarctic volcanism. And in the life sciences are several. In fact, unfortunately, recently, one of the colleagues who wrote an excellent book on Antarctica, Dr. K.P. Krishnan, is no more. He wrote an excellent book on Antarctica. He's actually now in charge of actually Arctic program. So he has actually worked on that book, Arctic, and he wrote it. So there are several things which in the life sciences. And in physical science also there are several activities, starting with astronomy, astrophysics, Antarctic climate, Antarctic clouds. Some of the people are actually in nuncio irrigation, some people Antarctica says this one. There are teleconnections also. So we won't go into those details. Oops. Or to go back to this one. Last, what is that? Particular system. Only that particular system. Sorry about that. What time I should stop, sir? You tell me.
It's up to you.
Okay. Because I want to give chance to the students to ask me questions, faculty also to ask me questions. Let's go into the last, this one. So there are a lot of tropical and Antarctic teleconnections. A lot of people are working on them, including IITM, NC4. Several people are working. Antarctic clouds and aerosols and another area where IITM people are working. Space Physics Laboratory from Trivandrum are also working. Don't know what happened. Or maybe
So it's
yeah, we can just do just like this one. Sir. Okay. That was last?
Yes.
Okay. Now I'll stop here. I'll give the students to ask me questions. So far only I was asking. If you ask me a good question, there is actually maybe about 10 girl students and 10 boy students can ask faculty, or maybe first I'll give the chance to ask faculty, including Mahapatraji, Ramesh Kumar, anybody can ask question. If they ask me a good question, I can give you a card or cover. If you ask me an excellent question, Antarctic rock is always there. So first I'll give scientists from IMD and all these people to ask questions. Then I'll give 10 girl students and 10 boy students to ask questions. So I will ask faculty to ask questions, including sir. Sir also can ask. Anybody can ask any question, no problem. Sikandar, you can also ask. Or else I will ask some.
So, what made you go for this Antarctic
Okay.
research? What was your
Okay.
drive?
Yeah, forget about Antarctica. Even joining oceanography. After my masters actually in meteorology, I got jobs in 3 places. One was actually Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, on a project called Mountain Waves with Professor M. Shankar Rao. Second also was to work with Professor R. Anandakrishnan on a project which is funded by Air India. But I was always fascinated by oceans. I used to read a lot of books. There was a book called Moby Dick. In a whale wants to take a revenge on a captain. And I was coming from a small village like Irinjalakoda. I thought if you pay money, you can fly. I never knew that you can go by ships also. Ships were flying from Cochin to Lakshadweep, from Chennai to Port Blair. I never knew that you can travel. So it is actually these books which fascinated me. Now, as you said about Antarctica, fascinating what I would put it on the teachers. I had fantastic teachers in my school, college. In the undergraduate classes, I had actually a fantastic professor called Professor P.A. Phule. He used to conduct every week one test in physics. And in the masters, I had still better teacher. After my graduation, undergraduation or BSc, I got actually a job in a bank. I didn't go. It was like IT now, about 40 years back story I'm talking. Getting a bank job is very, very good, very remunerative. After my masters also, I got in the same bank. Earlier it was clerical job, then I got a promotion. I didn't go thanks to Professor Anandakrishnan. Then I was fortunate enough to go in NIO because one is actually the books, teachers. Teachers play very, very important role. So I had fantastic teachers like say Professor Anandakrishnan, Professor P.V. Joseph, Professor Ram. I had equally bad teachers also. I'm not saying all teachers were good. I had good teachers. I should say Professor Ram Mohan, Professor Anandakrishnan, Professor P.V. Joseph. And I used to come regularly here to IMD and IITM. C.R. Sridharendra was actually, I would say, is actually this one of student of actually Annamani, for example. IMD and IITM has actually, I would say, like a family who used to do fantastic. And I met another gentleman called Professor Parthasari, earlier it was called Parthasari series. So Anandakrishnan introduced me to Dr. B. Parthasari, brilliant guy. These people used to give data, no questions asked. No questions asked, and they are brilliant people. Whether it's Professor Anandakrishnan or Bishop. Yeah.
Sikka also?
Yeah, come.
Professor Sikka?
Sikka, Devraj Sikka, brilliant guy. No. I would say, in fact, I wanted to ask a question anyway.
Sir, I read the advertisement.
Oh.
They need people to explore this.
Yeah.
Students also and faculty.
Yeah.
So can you give some idea?
Oh, okay. I would say please contact IMD and IITM. IMD has
I
a
read it in EPW,
huh?
Economic and Political Weekly. I read that.
Yeah, it comes regularly. Times of India.
Every 6 months.
Or you go to their website. Every
so
year.
my other question is, if students, pass out students after masters, during masters they can't. After masters they wanted to go there.
They join. I would say let them join IMD.
There is always like they have to take the permission, they have to take the signature from their name.
No.
Okay,
I would like them to ask two important things. One is actually CSCR JRF or UGC JRF, or there is a thing called BSc Inspire, where they get, and I would like them to join either IITM or IMD or NIO or NCPOF or ISER. There are n number of research opportunities.
Another advertisement I read.
Yeah.
Without having all this qualification also person can join. So is there any facility?
There is a facility to go if you have 6 lakh rupees in your pocket. No, seriously, not joking. If you have 6, let me complete. If you have 6 lakh rupees in your pocket, you can fly from here to Antarctica or Chile. From there, they have actually flights or ships or boats which go there. Provided you have 6 lakh, you can go directly. No questions asked. No government intervention needed. People go there for honeymoon also. Arctic and Antarctica. Okay. Yeah. Now coming to the question. Basically, if you are actually a faculty, you can always collaborate with National Center for Border and Ocean Research. And we have a lot of people, especially, please be silent. So there are a lot of people who are regularly going from IMD. So if you are coming from a geography department, nothing like that. Ayuk, astronomy, that's what we're showing now. See, all these things.
All these,
See, astronomy you can study, climate change you can study, clouds. There's a lot of people who looks at actually, as I mentioned, non-human beings. There's actually one Savitribai from Cochin University. There's Saha, Antarctic CS. A lot of people are doing so many things, including tropical. But Amida Prabhu is there. Almost people also can look at aerosols. There are a lot of people who are actually doing in aerosols from IITM, Space Physics Laboratory. So the students who passed out can join any of the groups. Okay. Faculty also can join. There is enough of my whole idea is actually that I want students to go through, because government of India spent 15 lakh rupees on me when I went 86 states, sir. Now it will be almost 1 or 1.5 crore rupees, because they had to send me 2 weeks training before going to Antarctica. I had a 2 week training in a place called High Altitude Warfare School. Yeah, so it's actually Sonamarg and Gulmarg. That is a very tough training. After the training, going to Antarctica is like a cakewalk. So it's a tough thing. So, madam, I have not given you anything. Come. I'll give you a nice book.
No, I want that stone.
Stone नहीं मिलेगा. Stone के लिए आपको अंटार्कटिका जाना. No. Stone के लिए आपको अंटार्कटिका जाना. Because you take astronomy. We have actually Subramaniam Chandrasekhar. Just give her a big round of applause. Stone, I won't give you just like that. You have to ask a difficult question or give me an excellent answer. Because I didn't go and bring so many stones. Okay, yeah. Maybe I will ask some 10 students. 10, yeah. After, okay. We will have that question after the tea break. Tea has come. So we can, yeah. Maybe I will ask Somaya Mahapatraji only last question after the tea break. Okay.
So what kind of training it is?
Okay. Same thing as I said. This 2 weeks training is actually how to walk on. Walking on ice is not like walking over the land. That is tough. You have to stay in a glacier. You have done actually a medical fitness thing, especially over all types of medical science and New Delhi. There are so many things. This 2 weeks training is really tough. Let me tell you a simple thing. All of us were actually sitting together and we were asked to go in a happy valley. We have to climb actually a steep mountain just to get a cup of tea. Mind you, it's actually Kashmiri chai. They put actually namak bhi dalta with me. I don't know, because of less iodine or whatever. So just to have a cup of early tea in the morning, I want to have a cup of tea, but I have to climb a mountain. I said, I am not happy to climb the mountain. All these other army people, Air Force people, they will be sitting quiet. Only the civilians climb. So there are several things. Anyway, come. I will give actually, yeah. Nice cover. Which cover you want? Or you got all the covers? You can give any. Yes, give Annamani only. Yeah, 1 minute. We have the question after the session, after that this one. And in the meantime, during the tea time, please have a look at the stamps also. Okay? Yeah.
On behalf of the Department of Geography, I would really like to thank today's chief guest. Dr. Ramesh Kumar sir. Sir, it was a visual treat to our entire.
Thank you. Thank you.
Huge round of applause to you. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your talk. It was really enriching.
I'm not getting over. After this also I'll be here. Afternoon also I'm going to be here. Yeah.
I got I had to announce me that all the students will assemble again here after the tea break to interact with sir. Dear students, this is a lifetime opportunity. Don't miss that opportunity because you will not get Ramesh Kumar sir to come every day.
Don't worry, I come quite often. And Jamadar sir and Rup Kumar sir. In fact, I was very happy to see Dr. Rup Kumar after a very long time. Okay. Jamadar,
now I call upon Mr. Sanjay Raskar, who is the treasurer of IMS Pune chapter, to offer vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, everyone. It gives me an immense pleasure to express my gratitude to all of you for attending the lecture on Antarctica, a natural lab to study the climate change, organized by IMS Pune, Savitribai Phule Pune University in association with IMD and IITM Pune. I would like to extend our heartfelt thanks to our esteemed guest, Dr. Ramesh Kumar, Chief Scientist retired, Head of the Physical Oceanography Division, National Institute of Oceanography, Goa, for delivering such an informative and enlightening lectures and very interactive lectures with the students. I would also like to express my thanks to Dr. Phule, Chairman of IMS National Council, for his constant support from National Council and guidance in all the events of IMS Pune chapter. I would also like to express my gratitude to Dr. Sunakar Pradeshi, the head of the Geography Department, for hosting and making all types of physical arrangements and providing logistic support for this lecture. I would also like to thank Sri K. Sosanika, Chairman of IMS Pune chapter and Head of Climate Research and Services, IMD Pune, for giving us permission and always guiding and supporting us. Special thanks to Sri Sikandar Zamadar, IMS National Council member, who is actively involved in all IMS events enthusiastically. And also thanks to Dr. Somnath Mahaparkar, he is also actively involved. And also thanks to Mr. Sunil Varve, EC member of IMS Pune. I would also like to thank to Dr. Hemlata Patil for a nice comment. I would also like to thank Mr. Tanmay and Ms. Lavoni as well as other students whose help was very much appreciated. A special thanks to Mr. Nishikant for live streaming the lecture on YouTube. I would like to extend my thanks to all the helping hands from the Geography Department, including all the faculty members, non-teaching staff and students. I would like to express my sincere thanks to the Director of IITM, the Head of IMD and all the EC members and audience present for these lectures. So I request all of you to join us for the high and exhibition of collection of Antarctica stamps by Dr. Ramesh Kumar sir near the entrance of this hall.